Good evening, you guys. My name is Marlene, and this is Marley Grace Creations. Welcome to my Facebook page. I'm getting my lights on. Okay, that's a little better. One is there. That's great. Welcome to my Facebook page, and if you're watching me on YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me in both places. And if you're loving the videos and you have not subscribed to YouTube yet, please consider doing that. That's how we grow. So I see 4 or 5 people on. Hey Deanne, how are you? I see 7 people on, but I only see 1. Okay, now I see Sue. Hey Melissa, everybody's popping on at once. Hey you guys. Hey and McKay. Carolyn. Carla. Hey you guys, I'm a couple of minutes late. Sorry if you were searching for me and couldn't find me. I wasn't on yet. I was going to print a few more labels, and I tried, and of all times for my computer to decide, it just didn't want to print, or my printer to decide. It just didn't want to print, but I may go over there in a little while and print like nothing. So, hey Ava, how are you? Hey Nancy, hey Sue. Y'all, I have celebrated my 43rd wedding anniversary today. So, I got a dozen red roses, and my husband took me to dinner. It's sweet, he's sweet. Karen, phone has been in the last stage, so it just found me. Well, I was a couple of minutes getting on, Margaret, sorry. I looked up and it was like 9:02, I think. Thanks, Carolyn. Thank you. Our goal is 50. If we make it to 50, we said when we got married, can we make it to 50? I think we can. So that's my goal. That's what I want to do. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. I don't know if David's watching. I don't think he is. Maybe. Usually I can see his name pop up if he is. Okay. Let's get started, y'all. There'll still be some people popping on. A friend gave me some dark amber colored bottles a while back, and I kept thinking, I love the bottles. What can I do with the bottles? And sometimes when you pick up things at a thrift store, or somebody gives you something and you know you love it and you know you want to do something to it, but sometimes when the season changes, then you'd be like, I need those brown bottles. I know what I need to do with those bottles. So that's what happened a couple of days ago. And I put a couple of labels on. I'll show you. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, and 1 similar and a couple that are not dark. But I love these bottles. These are going to be for Halloween. They're going to be potion bottles. That seems to be all the rage right now. I'm not sure why. And Ghost. What is it about Ghost? Everybody's painting Ghost on pictures, painting Ghost behind things, making Ghost. Now, I've got to admit, the ghosts that I saw, hey Cheryl, that look like they're kind of standing, and where they've made them stiff and they're holding a pumpkin or something, now those are cute, and I'm going to try that. But what is it with all the ghosts? Is it just that I've just noticed them this year, or what? I don't know. Thank you, Cheryl. Okay. I cut out, I'm glad I did this the other day, or I wouldn't have any labels. I don't know what's wrong with my printer right now. It's decided it's not happy, so it does that sometimes. And it's brand new. It don't matter. I printed a bunch of these labels, and they look really old and grungy, and I didn't do anything to them except print them and cut them out. So I've got Healing Potion. I've got, now these are not as gross as like poison, you know, some of the, hey Sarah, thank you, Sarah. I've got Crow Feet, Tarantula Venom, that one's kind of gross, and Vampire Blood, that's kind of gross. This one is Dancing Elixir, gives instant powers and appearance of a Dragon Elixir, sorry. Appearance of a dragon. You can drink this and look like a dragon if you want to. Hey Phyllis and Elaine. Now this is Laughing Tonic. This is cute. Costume for bouts of Consume. I can't read tonight, y'all. Consume for bouts of uncontrollable laughter. That one's kind of cute. It looks old and yucky, but they're not. Chloe's Closet Art Studio. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Welcome. Hey, Sarah. This one is Prosperity Potion for instant abundance of prosperity. Now, we all need that one, right? Black Cat Whiskers Dancing Potion. Consume for instant moves to impress on the dance floor. So, y'all like to dance? You might want to drink some of that. For instant disappearance. It says Invisibility Elixir for instant disappearance. Now, I have one that says not to drink too much of it. You might totally disappear. The Good Witch. The Good Witch. Oh, gosh. Okay, Poison Apple Cores, Love Potion, extremely potent for instant infatuation. All right, I might need that. No, I don't need that. Witch's Brew. Okay, what does this say in little writing? It's got a little witch on it. Made with organic new eyes and all natural skin boils. Organic. Eyes and skin boils. Okay. It's kind of cute, but yikes. Okay. That's just some that I have cut out. Now I have some. I'm going to have to keep them in here so my fan, and we can do this one. We'll just do this jar last. Hey, Laura. I like to watch the show The Good Witch. This is Essence of Belladonna. I can't even read all that. Dreamless Sleep Elixir. Pixie Dust. That's not scary at all. Plaque Extract. Plague. Plague? Alexa, stop. She must have thought I was talking to her. Hey, Norma. Plague Extract. Dr. Hyde, Morton, Pennsylvania. These are some I have not cut out yet. This one is Protection Potion for protection from all enemies. Flying Potion, not suitable for those with a phobia of heights. Okay. What is this? Sleep Potion for instant deep sleep and hair tonic for instant full locks of curls. So, I don't know. I don't really care what they say. I want the cute ones that look right on the bottles. So, I've already done 2 just for the heck of it. And I made this because I didn't have a top for this. Hey, Carolyn. And this is Love Potion number 9. And that looks kind of like an old perfume bottle. So, I just made a lid for it. And out of a couple of little doodads. And this one, it says Pure Shrinking Potion. Caution, do not exceed recommended dosage. I guess you'll disappear if you do that. So I'm going to work on this lid. This one's finished. Hey, Diane. And so we're going to put some labels on these other bottles. I have got to get some stuff in my booth for Halloween. So I'm not much of a Halloween person. Thanks for the stars, somebody. I appreciate you. So I even have these bottles. And we can do something cute with these bottles. Depends on how much time we have. We're going to get to the brown ones first. And then if I think, you know, people are not interested and the time's running out or whatever. I mean, I'm not on a time schedule. I can be on here as long as I want to. So let me get, let me use Mod Podge. I am going to use dishwasher Mod Podge because then that's washable and the label's washable. And y'all, let me tell you something about this dishwasher safe Mod Podge. You can put a couple of coats of this stuff on something and soak it in the sink with hot water. Hey, Laurie, I learned something about you the other day. I didn't know you were a pastor's wife. And it's not going to come off. Now, you might have to soak it a week. I'm not even sure. Maybe even take a knife and scrape it off. But I'm here to tell you, stuff stays on stuff with this dishwasher safe. And they say not to, like, shake it up. Was I just doing that? they say to do it like this when you're trying to mix this if it's been sitting a long time. So let me do it the right way. And I probably need to put my apron on. But, okay, let me just pour some of this in here. I'm going to use this for all the labels. And a tiny brush. Let me just see. Let me use this brush for starters. Oh, thank you so much, Laurie. Okay. This bottle does, okay, what is this? Oh, we have pretty little beads stuck to it. My granddaughter is 4, and she has discovered that these things from Dollar Tree are sticky on the back. So the first thing she does when she comes to my house is say, can I please have some new earrings on? So we come down to the craft room and we find bling with sticky on the back, and she has new earrings. So she goes home with new earrings every week. So we just stick them on there and kind of press them in a little bit, and she's good to go. She has earrings for a week. So that's what that was. Okay, let's see. I'm going to choose one out of here for that. These are pretty big bottles, so let me get a tall one. I don't want to do, well, I don't really want to do Love Potion because let's see, let's do this Invisibility Elixir. Yeah, let's do that one for starters. Okay, I am going to lay this down. Y'all can see me good, right? Hey, Jill. No, she's precious. She is. She's sweet. Okay, I'm just going to get a little dishwasher safe Mod Podge and put some on the back. Quite a bit. Not gook it on, but enough. And it kind of makes, I'll show you the difference in the paper. Let me pick this up. See what it does to the back, how it makes it a little more transparent. So it's even pretty when you put it on from the back side of a bottle. If you've got a clear bottle, let me just get an even coat of this. And then I'm going to stick it on this bottle. Let me make sure all my edges are covered good. Okay. Let me get this thing up. Okay, you gotta get it straight as you can. Okay, that looks good. There you go. Isn't that cool? That looks like a really old potion bottle, you know, or a really old like Watkins bottle or something. Just get it down really smooth. And I'm not going over it a whole lot. It is paper. It's rice paper though. So I print these on my computer on rice paper. And then I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to go over this and barely go on the edges because I called Plaid that makes the Mod Podge. And I said, is there anything I need to know when I'm using this? She said, think about it this way. You encapsulate that thing. Encapsulate it means get the edges too. And then when you put it in your sink, water cannot get under that. So, hey Linda. So I'm just barely going, staying with the design and going on the outside and just putting a little bit. So if I do happen to wash it or throw it in the sink, probably never will. But you just never know what might happen to it and you need to wash it. So, okay, I'm just going to take my fingers and get any extra. Make that straight because that's probably going to show just a little bit around those edges. Just to straighten that up. Get off any you don't need, and then I'm going to go over all of it pretty thick. Make sure I get it all. Hey, Mary. I know. And then probably in a couple of weeks, y'all, I'm going to start working on my Christmas stuff. I'm going to have to, and it seems so early, but I've got to get stuff in my booth. If I don't start early, I might keep it all, and I can't do that. So, Okay. I'm just going to set this over there and let it dry, and then we'll work on a lid in a few minutes. So there's the first one. Okay. That one doesn't have a lid. If I do have a lid, I don't know what I did with it. So, now we're going to do, let's pick out another one. I'm going to go ahead and put all the labels on and get them good and dry, and maybe put one more coat of Mod Podge, and then we're going to work on labels and maybe hang tags on them or whatever, just to dress them up. Let's see. Laughing Tonic. Let's do the Dragon Elixir on one. Okay, let's do the Dragon Elixir. Turn it over. Let me turn this around. I certainly don't want to go on the same spot in case it's sticky. So I'm going to turn this over and get it on the back really good. It's amazing how this turns the color. Look at the difference when you put it on in the back. See how that one looks tea stained and that one's kind of white. But I buy rice paper in rolls, and then I cut it to fit a piece of printer paper. And then I tape it to a piece of cardstock, because a regular piece of paper, it won't pull it through. It just makes a mess. So I got to do some researching, and cardstock is the only thing that made any sense from what everybody was doing. So I started putting it on cardstock, taping a little piece of tape on the back, kind of lap it over the back a little bit, and then hold it until it starts pulling and let it go. And hey Sharon, who is that? Nancy, is she taking, oh, that's Carolyn. Since I'm just using Mod Podge, but I probably should, because this is really a dress, it's not a top. Thank you, Carolyn. Okay, this one is done on the back. Let me hold it up here and see if I can get it straight. Okay, that looks good, I think. Since there's no seams or anything on these bottles, it really doesn't, well, there is one, I got it right. Okay, I'm just patting that down till there's no wrinkles. Okay. Now, if you want to look like a dragon, you could drink some of this. Isn't that crazy? And y'all, I'm not a Halloween fan, but I like these little potion bottles. And I've got some labels over there, well, in here, that say stuff like dancing and laughing, and they're kind of cute, and they're not all yucky stuff, you know. Okay, that looks good. The label's a little off. Let me go around and get just a little bit off the edge. Get it straight. Hey, Terry. I'm doing great. I hope you are too. Look at these vintage bottles. And these bottles are probably old. A friend of mine has some land, and they were in this great big glass pile of bottles. So I don't know what was in them. There's no clue. There's just a couple of numbers on the bottom. There's no clue. They're not scratched up or anything, but they're just some kind of old elixir or medicine or something bottles. Okay, let's find one for this other bottle. And then I have one more dark bottle. It's different, so we'll make the lid different. Okay, let's see. Dancing Potion. Consume for instant moves to impress on the dance floor. That's cute. What else do we have in here? I forgot. I don't want to do another love potion, even though that's a cute label. Healing potion. Let's see what this is. Potion to heal the mind and body. I think I'll do that one. That's a cute label too. It's oval, so that's different. Do you have corks? I do, but they're too big, and I haven't decided yet how to, like, cut them down. I probably could just take an X-Acto knife and cut them down. I'm going to play with a couple here in a minute. I've got lids for 3 or 4. I think I have 2 without lids, and I'll come up with something. Y'all, am I totally hiding you? Sorry, I'm just getting dishwasher safe Mod Podge on the back right now. And then in a minute, we're going to put it on the front. Just saturate it good. All right, now, I did have a seam. Let me put it right there. Y'all can't really see me. You can probably see me through the bottle. All I'm doing is kind of holding this up and just eyeballing it till I get it straight. And then just let it go. Yep, and that works good. Now let me pat all the little creases out and get it smooth. I'll get the excess off in a minute. First I have to put some on the top. And just go right outside your edges to make it waterproof, dishwasher safe. And try not to be messy. I mean, you know, try and stay right on the outside of the shape, because it's going to show a little bit. It's got a little bit of a gloss to it when it dries. So you don't want to, like, change the shape of what you're doing, because that'll be ugly. So I'm just getting it right on the outside edge. And then just saturating the front good. Where's who put me? Okay, Nancy. You guys, Nancy McLean needs our prayers. She's having a hard time breathing and a lot of things going on with her blood and all that. And I won't go into details because that's Nancy's to do, not mine. But you guys, please, the ones of you pray for her. And I know that there's a pastor's wife or 2 in here besides myself. Y'all put her on your prayer list at church as well, because she is really, really having a hard go of it. Hey, Kim. Kim, did you hear what I just said, Nancy? Who's it, Lori? I know Lori's group will. Her husband definitely will. Yeah, Kim. Was that Kim? Kim, Nancy McLean, that's in here, needs some prayers. She is really, really having a hard time health-wise. So if you'll add her to your daily prayers, please. She is precious. Okay, there you go. This says healing potion to heal the mind and body. Even though it's ugly and it looks like an old potion bottle, it kind of is cute. Okay, we all could use that one. All right, let me get that brush in some water. I've already done this one. This was just some kind of old, what kind of bottle? I forgot what was in that. Maybe the stuff that, you know, that's in the air. Hey, Linda and Sharon. Thanks for praying, Sharon. Y'all just pray for Nancy McLean when you pray, y'all. All right. Nope. Let that sit there a minute. I have one more. Now this is different. I don't know what came in it. I forgot. And it has something on the top. So we're going to put a mold on that and paint that whole thing and put some kind of a little knob on it. So this one is, I gotta, I need to plug my heat tool in. I probably won't use it on this, but I still need it on. And let me get some East 6000. Hey Trish. Trish, did you get my message? One second, y'all. I don't know why in the world I cannot find that post. I've looked high and low. Oh, this is the wrong kind of glue. Where is my good stuff? It's up there. Hold on. I reached for the wrong glue. Okay, now I got the right glue. I'm going to put that on in a minute. I want the hot glue to heat up, and then I'll put this on, but I always put a little bit of hot glue in the center just to stabilize it. Hey Susan, how are you? Good to see you on. Okay, let me find something to go on this. There's seams on this bottle, so let me put it that way. Okay, we have Dancing Potion, Prosperity Potion. We have Laughing Tonic, Consume for Bouts of Uncontrollable Laughter. I'm going to do Love Potion anyway because I'm going to put a more blingy top on this thing, I think. Hey, Sissa. How are you, sweet girl? Well, I think I just had a light. Did I have a light to go out? I think I did. Can y'all still see okay? I can't tell. It almost looks like I'm in the dark tonight for some reason. I don't know. I'm just getting some dishwasher Mod Podge on the back of this label. And this is rice paper. If this were napkin or just computer printer paper, it probably would tear at this point. So it needs to be something a little thicker. And it might be fine with computer paper. I have not tried it. Okay, let me get this Mod Podge. Let me get it just smoothed out. Oh, thank you. My husband took me to dinner. Today is my anniversary, and I got roses and all that good stuff. So, 43 years, too. Okay, let's get this sweet label on here. These labels are just going on too easy. Let me get that pop down there. And if you have a chance to use like decoupage paper or rice paper, it's so much easier than trying to fool with, uh-oh, I tore that one, but I'm going to fix it back. Well, I don't know if I will or not. Now here I am talking about how wonderful this paper is, and I just ripped it. Oh, it's fine though. Aha, I mended it too. Okay, see? It's pretty. Okay, now I've got to, thank you. Yes, I printed these on my, these are downloaded, digital downloads from Etsy, and I printed them on my printer. On rice paper. And y'all, I got my rice paper on Temu. I don't know who uses Temu or what, but it came in some rolls and it was not very expensive at all. And I just cut it to fit on my cardstock. It goes in my printer. That's it. Taped it on. Run it through. You just have to hold it till it grabs it. But I wanted something a little different than, you know, like dragon blood and poison and all that mess. So these are a little sweeter. They look kind of old and grungy, but that's what I wanted them to look like anyway. Okay, and just take your finger and get any, not all of it, excess off. Just leave an edge right outside of your label. Hey, Diane. Welcome. Thanks for hopping on, you guys. And if any of you have not found me on YouTube or subscribed, I would love for you to consider doing that, because all my videos, I try not to leave one out. Sometimes I do, but they're downloaded on YouTube. So Facebook doesn't always keep our stuff as long as we want them to, but YouTube does. So they'll be there. Let me dry some of these. But I love these labels because they look really old, tea or coffee dyed. They already have the grunge around the edges. I don't have to use the ink or anything. They're already like that. So, see there? I love watching you, Laurie, because your accent is amazing. I love to watch you, listen to you, just because of your accent. I just have a hard time catching you live. I'm usually on the replay somewhere. Really cool. Thanks. These bottles were a gift from somebody. They gave me some of these that they found on some of their property. So they're old. Don't know how old. Don't know what was even in them. But I love them. And I don't know who all was on here when I said this before, but I took a cup from the Dollar Tree that I had, just a plastic cup with a straw in the lid, and I decoupaged just a spot and a label and some stuff on that cup, and I let it sit for about a week. And then one day I ran the sink full of hot, soapy water and soaked that cup all day long. It didn't budge. This dishwasher safe Mod Podge is wonderful. So that should tell you that it should be okay outside if you use several coats instead of having to buy another Mod Podge, because there's also outdoor Mod Podge. I don't know what the difference is, but I don't know how the outdoor rain or whatever could hurt this, if it won't hurt it soaking it all day in the dishwasher, you know. That one's already dry. That's an older one. Go to this one just a little bit more. Okay, lids. Let me work on a few lids, and then if it doesn't take too long, then I'll work on a couple more bottles and a jar and a few other things. I took a candle, an old candle, and emptied it out. These are Frappuccino, you know, the iced coffee bottles. These make good ones. This is a jar, a candle jar that somebody actually gave me at the same time as one of these jars. So it has a pretty top. It's already textured. We can put a lid on that and put a label on this. I think that would be cute for some Halloween candy in it. Okay, let's see. What was I going to glue on this to make sure it stayed? Right here. Okay. I'm going to do E6000. This is actually B7000. And this comes out slow, but it's awesome because it has that pin in there. I said it's awesome. Let me squirt it this way. It's just hard to come out because the nozzle thing is so fine, but that's so it won't stick to everything else. It really is a good thing. It's just kind of hard to work with. Smells like airplane model car glue. If any of you ever helped your dad or your brothers do model cars or airplanes, well, that's what it smells like. It might be the very same thing, who knows? Okay, now, let me just get some hot glue on this to stabilize this. And I don't mix the glues together. I try to keep them separate. But this has something on the lid, and I don't like the way it looks. So I'm just going to stick something that I made out of resin. It's just it's called, hey Deborah, it's called Rosettes. Yes, this mold is called Rosettes. And I've used it for quite a few things. Now I'm going to heat it up just to make sure it's good and flat. So one thing about resin, you can warm it up and it'll take shape of something else for just a little bit, because then it makes it a little bendable. Get it warm, and then I'm going to hold it flat. It's a little warm. And then it's going to be exactly onto this. Hey, Laurie. We got lots of Lauries in here tonight. Okay. Then I'm going to take some hot glue. I hope this stays. And I'm just going to pop it right on top of that. So what I'm doing is building this to make a lid for a jar. And then I'm going to put this little bead right on top just to give it a whole nother little dimension. That could have been a little one, but that's okay. We're going to glue it. Okay, see all that? That's going to be painted one color, so it's not going to look like that. Okay, now I need a couple more little beads, y'all. I need some help. I probably won't find it by doing that. Okay, I like that one. Okay. Gonna put some hot glue there. I'm just making some lids. And I'm going to put some hot glue here. And I'm going to add that to that. And now that lid is not just a plain old, oh, it's on there. It's crooked too. I'm going to redo it too before it gets, okay. Make sure it's a little straighter this time in the center. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, now, so let me paint these. I'm gonna have one more lid over here. What was I gonna do with this lid? Okay, here's another lid. Okay, I need, that's too big for that. Yes, it is. That's for something else. Hold on, y'all. I didn't get enough little wood thingies out of here. Of course not. I never do. Okay. Let me glue that on, and I need one more little top. There we go. Hey, Pam. Everybody trying to figure out your page, Lori? That's fine. Just put your link in, or, well, not your link, but you got your name up there, right? Whoa, that was hot. Okay, now I'm going to paint all of these black. All of them. How are you tonight, Pam? I'm just going to put some black in the corner of this. It's not going to take a whole lot, I don't think. If it does, I'll get some more. In just a few minutes, you will never know, if you didn't already know, that this is like 3 or 4 pieces of something. You would think, well, what a cool knob that is, and where did that come from? See there? Look at that. And if you start with a thin coat first on something shiny and slick like this, and then go back with another coat, it will usually stay on. If you try to get it all covered at once, it probably won't. Let's start at the bottom of this one this time. Hey, Martha. How are you? I guess it seems funny for some of y'all to be on here and me not be making pumpkins. I have made some since, though. I've made a few special orders, and then I've put a few more in my booth. But I'm about done. I haven't made myself one yet. But I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby. Probably, I meant to go today, and I didn't get it done. I had my granddaughter. I want one of the big paper mache ones to keep. And if I don't do it soon, they're going to be gone. They might be gone now. This is just resin, glued, a mold that I made, glued to the top of this, and then some kind of little wooden thing from Hobby Lobby, and a little half bead on top just to give it something. From Amazon. What did you get from Amazon, Emma? I missed the whole thing, y'all. And like I said, don't worry about getting this whole thing covered all at once right away, because you're going to need another coat just to make it stay good too. Candle cups. You can get them at Hobby Lobby or Amazon, or, you know, I found a bag of all this stuff at a yard sale a couple of summers ago. I mean, it was a great big bag for like $5. And I am still using these things. So a few things I have like that I've picked up at Hobby Lobby because I might not have the shape I needed. But for the most part, most of these came from a big bag of stuff from a yard sale. See, you miss spots and all that. It's okay because we're going over it one more time. Just to make sure of that kind of thing. So I know when you find stuff like that, girl, you gotta grab it, you know. My husband sometimes look at me and go, "What do you want with that?" I'm like, "Oh, if you only knew." And he don't say anything. He's like, "Okay, she's got a plan in her head and I don't have a clue." The paper mache pumpkins are $17.99 this year. No, well, but they're 40% off, so they're like almost $9. I thought I saved myself back one, but somebody needed it somebody called me about a special order, so I went ahead and did it. So if I can't find one, I'll get one next year. I'll live. And the real pretty one that had the burlap rose, it was cream. It had the rope and the ribs, and then it had the tan and white checked bow, big bow on it. A lady from my church went to my booth and bought that to put in the church. So that was cute. Nice surprise. If she had told me, I just made one for the church. I didn't know. I know, it's all crazy. Everything's crazy. Food's crazy. Groceries are crazy. We're going to have to go back to living in family homes again, eating beans and potatoes. Which would be okay with me. I wouldn't care one bit. Did you do the floral arrangement behind David in church? No, I didn't. There's a committee. I have been on that committee. I was 1 year, and I just decided I didn't need to be on that committee. Regularly priced. In other words, $12.99 is our cost, or $12.99 with 40% off, Carla. Touch this up just a little bit. I can see a few places in there. They hide, and then when you dry them, they pop out. And I know y'all get tired of hearing me say that, but they really, really do. You can paint them as good as you think you can, and it doesn't matter. You can dry this stuff, and next thing you know, there's a spot you missed, or it looks like you did. Oh, are you watching our church online, Diane? I know Nancy McLean does. I'm not sure who else does. But, oh, I'm not paying $17.99. If they're $17.99 right now, our cost, I'll go to a manager because I bought them for around $8 or $9 because they were more and they were 40% off. So I won't do that. You love David's white hair? I know. He's been white-headed for years. Years. Okay. This is going on the top of this one. Look at the difference. Look at the lid. It looks old. It's not. I might put some decor wax on that and make it look really older. So there's that one. With 100% something someone better change before. I know. It's crazy. I mean, groceries. Groceries are, oh my gosh, crazy. This reminds me of an old baby bottle, or a bottle that you feed a deer or a cow, baby calf, or I don't know, plus 40% off. So was that the total cost, or $17.99 with 40% off? Because I think ours was. So anyway, I mean, you know, that's a bottle lid. It's okay. Here's one that's the Dragon Elixir. Let's put that on there. Does that one fit? Yeah, not real good, but it does. Okay, there's that one. Okay. Now, this one does not have a lid at all. I've got to figure something out here. These three are done. I might wait a day or two, put another coat of Mod Podge on there. This is done. All I did was glue a ball and a foot, and it sticks in there. You know, you could even put it this way. I just didn't figure out anything else better to do with this thing, so I just put it right there. Yeah, that's about what I paid, Emma. Something like that. I think it was around $9. Okay, this one, let me get a couple of corks. Did I have corks? Yes, I've got a box of corks up here. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. These corks look kind of fat. I don't know. Here's some dark ones. Here's a couple of dark ones. This is something else I found in a big bag somewhere for like $2. Is a whole pile of corks. All right, let's see what we can do with these corks. They're not a whole lot too big, just some. So let me see if I can not cut my hands wide open doing this. Are y'all holding your breath? 25 cents. Yes, that is a score, girl. Some people, you know, they just got to get rid of stuff, and it's a treasure because some of this stuff cost a lot of money if we were just to go buy them. And when we can get stuff that cost this, you know, this stuff on sale, we can charge less too, which is always a good thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Anybody ever cut corks before? Hey, Paula. Let's see. Well, you know, it'll work if I just get it cut right. Name of your church. Oh gosh, that was my old church. Grace Church. The website is Grace Church Gastonia. I don't think it's Grace Baptist Church. I think it's Grace Church Gastonia. It's either Grace Church Gastonia or Grace Baptist Church Gastonia, because there's two Grace Baptist churches in our area. One's in like 2 towns over. So that's put on there to make sure that people know which one we are. But our services are 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, and they're televised. The only time lately we haven't is when we had a special group come and sing, because it was something about their contract, because of their insurance or something. I don't know. Grace Church, Gastonia. Thank you. There you go, y'all. Hey, Linda. Y'all, it's got a cork. All right, it's got a cork. So I'm going to cut another one. Let me get this one pretty even around. I think this is what I'm going to do, is cut a slit and then cut from that. Hey, Linda. I can't go that way because I'll slice my finger open. I won't go that way, but I will do it this way. Let's see, I need a little bit more off of that side. I might get my husband to work on a couple of these tomorrow for me, but for the most part, I think they're fine. There. That's not bad, huh? It is, Susan. Yes, it is. Close to Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, I have one more. Oh, you can never go around to the same spot. Looks great. Hey, Virginia, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Whoa. I hope you're doing well. I'm cutting corks. But we're making Halloween potion bottles, and I'm cutting my board here up too. It's okay though. Now let's see. Make it a little bit more right there. My husband is not watching me, because if he was, he'd be fussing right now about me using this razor blade. So I just said my husband be like, what are you doing? Okay. And I like the words on the top of that. I won't paint this. I like the words on the top of that. Okay. There we go. Woohoo. I was kind of hoping that a cork would fit in that, and I couldn't figure out anything else, but that needs a really fat cork. That's too big for cork, so I'm not really happy with this, but for now it's just going to be there. So Zemdra's Bane Sands, there's down. Oh, sands them down. Well, that would be ideal if I had a sander in here, girl, but I don't. So that'll be tomorrow. I'll play with some tomorrow. Okay, there. These are done. I'm going to put them up here and show you, and then I'm going to move these to the side and work on a couple of other ones. Look at that. Are they cute or what? I love them. These would be cute in one of those, whoa, I better put a lid on this thing. Medicine cabinets, you know, the apothecary medicine cabinets in your bathroom. Not with these sayings per se, but I think they're cute too. I love them. They're kind of cute. Okay, these are going to my booth for Halloween. That is about as Halloween as I'm going to get to. Okay, this one These are some extra little bitty labels, and I'm going to move these aside because they're going to blow away if I don't. Okay, I'm going to put something cutesy on this one, I think. Okay, that's not in the center, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that because it's got like a hump there. That's too much. I don't know. See, the way this is made, it's really raised, and that hump is right in the wrong spot. I cannot get this in the center. Thanksgiving. Put a mold first. Could. Deborah. How are you, Deborah? Okay, let me find a cutesy mold here. Here's a big flower. I'd rather an indentation be a little bigger here. These are all rosette molds that I made a long time ago. Okay, this one is not so big, and that'll be right in the center. I like that one. I like that one that's not so big. Let me check out a couple more before. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I like that one. It's got a bigger indentation in the center, I think. That one has a perfect indentation in the center. Okay. I guess it's that. I'll quit looking. See, here's a mold that I made a while back. And I'm just going to center that. I'm going to use this B7000. Because this stuff is both slick and shiny, so hot glue would not hold this. There you go. Thank you, Emma. Hot glue would definitely not hold it. It would hold it right now, but not. And the way I found this out, in my booth, I have a tray, and one of the feet were gone. And I thought, oh my gosh, somebody's pulled a foot off my tray. So I got to looking at the tray, and my husband picked it up, and I said, here, take this home and let me, redo this tray and fix the feet, and maybe even just totally redo it. And he said, hold on, all these feet are loose. And they were just hot glue, but they were on velvet too. So don't just use hot glue and rely on that for everything, because it won't hold everything. This will hold. I'm going to use it again in a minute, so let me just leave it open. Let me get this in the center. Get it down before it gets dry. That's pretty good. Pretty centered there. And then I'm going to use some of this too. I have a label in there. It says pixie dust. That might be cute for this. And actually just fill it full of candy corn or something like that. And see, this mold, y'all, has that flat center, so that's perfect for this. That's going to hold pretty quick too with the hot glue there. I'm going to give it just a couple of minutes to dry. It's hard to get that back in there, but it'll go. There we go. Let's see, my family would think I went off the deep end, especially at Thanksgiving. If what? If I put brown bottles out. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I want to do it for Thanksgiving. Let's see. This is kind of pretty just like that. I mean, paint that, but that'd be pretty just full of candy corn, you know? So let me paint that. I'm going to paint it gray, and then I'm going to put some silver on that. Let me find gray. Here, gray, gray, gray. That's navy. I don't want navy, I want gray. Well, where's my gray paint, y'all? Here's some steel. Here's some steel chalk paint. How funny. That's a pretty color. That turns silver pretty easy. That's the main thing that's hard, you know, that's hard to learn is you kind of, if you're going to use metallics, you have to start with something under your metallics. Even when I was painting furniture and I put metallics on furniture, I put a different base coat down and still have to put 3 or 4 coats of metallic. That's some work. I just got a message from you, Carla. I'll read it later. Is it a long pen? I need one down here, but I don't have one. I know a lot of people think, well, it's metallic paint, it's gray, or it's silverish, so I'm just going to put it on this white. You won't either, because it won't work that way. You'll have to put a dozen coats on there, and you still won't get the look you need. So if you use a dark color and put metallic over that, that helps with your metallic stuff. And this paint did not get shook very good either. I can tell by the way it went on. I sent you a picture. Oh yeah, a tube roller. Those are good. I've used those for toothpaste, you know. Is that what you're talking about? That's better. Susan, how have you been? These are metal though. Oh, okay. I could see that would matter. Are you still sneaking craft supplies in? And that door hanger you made for your dad's door, that is not too feminine. That is, I think you would love that door hanger. I think it's adorable. And it does not look too feminine to me. My dad, I think, would like it. My brother would have liked it. Okay. Dry this. Still not exactly in the center. I got some on the side over here. I'll get it off though. I've got a little around the edges. You get it off now. You might not get it off later. So, now. Oh. Came up there while you were gone. I wouldn't like that. Unless they had to come and get something better. I can't read the but is all I see, Susan, but I will read it later. I'm praying for you, though. Oh, I need the printer. Oh, gosh. Did he get upset? And somebody else sent stars too. Thanks, y'all. I'm going to grab some more paint. Y'all, I know it seems like I'm up and down, moving around a lot. But until I get into something and look at it a little bit, I don't know what it's going to be. Hey, Donna. How are you? So I kind of have to do this and do that and go, okay, well, I know I have metallic. Okay, this is not metallic silver. This is vintage gold. Let's just do it vintage gold. It'll work. I'm going to put some vintage gold on all of this too and let some of the silver shine through. This will be too pretty to be for Halloween, y'all. But I am going to put candy corn in it. Thanks, Susan. It is pretty, very pretty. You could use this all year. Bathroom as a candy dish. You could use it for cotton balls. And this was a melted candle. A friend of mine, it was about that much candle in it. She said, can you use this? I said, yeah, I can use it. Just buy my craft crap. Oh. My husband came down here yesterday and he was looking for, it's not going to go on that too well. Well, maybe it will. I'm going to put it there. See how it goes. He was looking for something to repair a friend, something on their van. And he came down here and I was crafting. And he said, do you have anything, it kind of looks like, let's see, how do you describe it? A bar with some rubber rings with, I'm like, no. You mean in all this stuff in this room you ain't got that? I'm like, no, why would I need that? He said, well, I don't know why you need all this stuff. But, hey, Betty, how are you? But anyway, a lot of times I do have or can come up with, and, you know, or mix paint that he needs a color, a certain color to touch something up on something, but I did not have that. I just put my candy corn upstairs in another glass container, but I will switch it to this one, I believe. Now see how this metallic paint looks on that now that I've got a color on it first? It wouldn't look like that otherwise. And I'll put a second coat. And even if I'd have put that navy blue or turquoise or mermaid tail or something like that, it'd even be different. This is Fusion Metallics Vintage Gold. And this is just a sample. I use these because I get it a lot cheaper at the booth where I have my stuff. And it goes a long ways. They're not full though. I had no intention of painting this whole top, just that one piece. And I'm glad I did. See, you don't know till you really get busy. Let me paint that silver part in there gold too. That needs to be gold. See up under the thing how silver that is? That needs to be gold too. Hey, Linda. And I'll put a second coat. Right now, this has just got to dry on here and give it like a tooth to grab. So, okay, let me dry that good. That right there. Thank you. I think it turned out pretty too. This candle still smells good, whatever kind of candle was in it. And these knobs I get from Temu or Amazon. I bought them both places and they're the exact same knob. Now I ordered another one the other day. It's a little different, I think. I don't know when it comes. It might not be, but and I might put some dark wax in there. Oh, that's hot. Put some dark wax in there and wipe it back. It'd be beautiful down in there. Y'all think I should do that? Try it? Get some more gold on those sides and that'll cover that completely up because that was silver. And this, I think it probably would need a top coat. I don't know. This stuff holds really, really, I mean, it cures really, really good. Wait, I see some silver peeking out around these little edges. Okay, I think I got all the silver. Get that in some water. You know, another good tip if you're not doing it, and I never did, and somebody mentioned it one day and I thought, that makes really good sense. Sometimes you're painting and you're using black or dark brown or navy blue, and if you put it in your paint jar or can or whatever you're using, well, naturally that water's that color. But if you put it in the dark water, then you just, got it in the dark water. So I started having 2 paint water cans. One's a can, one's a jar. So I put all the dark paint brushes that I use on this side in that dark one that I use it for. And so if it's chocolate brown, black, navy blue, bright aqua, whatever, it goes in that water. Anything in that water with the white is like white, cream, light, anything light. That way, if you happen to need that brush again, you're not going to ruin whatever it is that you used it for. So what I usually do is keep using brushes, because when I finally do wash my brushes for the next day, I have a pile of brushes. So far tonight, I've used 5, 6, which is not much at all compared to what I usually do. Hey, Karen. Okay. Here's this. This was a candle that still smells really good. That's amazing. Y'all, I washed this thing out good. I mean, really, really good. And it's glass. You would think that wouldn't penetrate that, but it does. It does. And there's absolutely nothing left. It's clean as a whistle. It smells wonderful. Good. Whatever candle that was really smelled good. So I think I'm going to put some dark wax on this and wipe it back. What y'all think about that? No, I'm not going to use charcoal. It's too black. I'm going to use my aging wax. Yeah, I'm going to use the aging wax. Let me get a baby light. This is also by Fusion. This is the best aging wax I've ever used. I don't even try to use anything else anymore. I was just thinking that maybe stick some newspaper in there or something, get all that smell out, because if I put candy in that, then tomorrow that candy's going to taste like that, and that wouldn't be good. It's hard to tell what's in that candle, but I'll just have to let it air out a while and see how it goes. It'd be pretty in the bathroom with cotton rounds or cotton balls or Q-tips or something like that in it, though. You know, and this Fusion wax, aging wax, is thick. Oh, about the smell. I know when I opened it and thought, gosh, that smells good. And I thought, the candy wouldn't be like that. So I may put candy in it, but it'll be a while. It's going to have to air out or something. Oh, I'm pulling the lid off. I mean, the handle off. I don't guess I gave it that enough time. Let's see what's holding that. I'm going to have to add something here. It's kind of strange looking. Man, that puffed way up. I wonder if the glues did mix when I pushed it down. Okay, I'm not going to use hot glue at all with that. I'm just going to use the B6000 or 7000 or whatever. Charcoal. That would be a good idea. I know I have, like, when I'm doing furniture, if I have drawers that are really strong, like people smoked or has really strong odors of different things, I just roll up newspapers and put in there, and I have put some charcoal in the bottom too. Coffee grounds are good too, to put in something to get odors out. Now, I'll just leave that alone, and that'll hold for sure. But I can't be playing with that. Gotta leave it alone. Okay. It's pretty. So, that'll definitely not be a Halloween thing. That's just going to be a pretty candy dish. Hey, Gail. So let me leave it over there and not touch it till it dries. I got to keep an eye on it. So what happens is something like that, it might slide a little bit. Keep an eye on it for a while till it starts to cure. Because if you don't, and then it starts sliding and it starts drying like that, you know, and you don't pay attention to it for 2 or 3 hours, well, you got to take it off and start over because it's stuck. Thank you. It did turn out pretty. And see, that was not what that is not what I intended when I started on that. I intended it to be like a potion jar. It turned out way too pretty for that. So, okay, I have these bottles. And I have a couple more of these that I can stick on here. I've got vampire blood. Yuck. Let's see, where's the Mod Podge? I done lost it. Yes. I know, but it is amazing. Like, you have something in your mind, and you get halfway through it and realize that's kind of not the way it's going to be. Okay, y'all, this one's vampire blood. Ugh. Okay. Did I tear that? I did, didn't I? Okay, that looks pretty straight. See, that's not real exciting. It's not amber or anything, but still, it's on there. And I'll do something else to that. Let me get the labels on here. This one is Black Cat Whiskers. Okay. Let's just do it. I have to go. Good night, Susan. Do you have lids for those? These? No. Hey, just Jackie. Hey, sweet girl. How are you? I do not have lids for these. I don't know what I'll use for these. I might have to talk my kids into drinking some more of these and saving the lids too. That's where I got them. But I don't know why I don't have the lids. Now, I might go upstairs and find them in a jar, in a drawer or something, but I don't think I kept the lids for these. I think I had a different plan. Black Cat Whiskers. I think what I'm going to do is put some rope around these and some beads and let them hang. I'm not sure. Anybody got any ideas? I'm doing good, Jackie. I hope you are. I hope you are. Okay, here's poison apple cores. Let's do poison apple cores on this one. Get some Mod Podge on it and try not to tear your paper. I don't know why this seems a little more delicate. I think I used rice paper. I meant to. Hey, Gail. Poison apple core. Push that label back down a little bit. Somehow I tore it, but you can repair that if you do it quickly. It doesn't want to go. I don't want to tear it worse. Let me push. It's okay. Yeah, there, it looks good. Poison apple cores. Been rough few days. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of those. Okay. Anybody have any bright ideas for lids for these? Unless I just drink some more of these and save the lids is probably what I'm going to have to do. Yeah, this is what I was thinking, but I don't know if it'll work. Let's try one. Just try one. Seam binding or raffia. I think, I don't want it foo-foo at all. I don't know. I'm thinking this, but then again, it may not work. Let me just leave one hanging because I'd add a few beads or something, or a tag, or well, that's what happens when you don't glue when you're playing. A tag or a key, okay. I don't think I want a tag down with the label, but a key might be good, Emma. Emma, have you put any of your stuff on, like Marketplace or anything? Got rid of some of your stuff? Where's the scissors? Okay, let's see. There's that, and here's this, just in case. It's plenty long enough. Let me see what kind of keys I got. I know I have some keys somewhere. I have some real keys. Oh, hold on, I have keys. I have keys, y'all. Where's the keys? All right, keys, real keys, tiny keys. Okay, I got keys. Cute model. This is a coffee Frappuccino bottle. Yeah, Frappuccino bottle. See, there's a cool key. It looks like an old key. It's kind of a brass key. Let's see what else I can find. Here's kind of a weird key. Here's a skeleton key. And this is some really old keys that my dad ran across in his junk room somewhere along the line. Look at all these keys. Don't nobody know where it came from. Oh, look. This is one of those things you get, like, if a train runs over a penny. I think I'll put that on there. Here's what is this? Pocket screwdriver. Maybe I should just put that in my pocket. Quarter. Yeah, pocket screwdriver. Look at that. It even says pocket screwdriver on there. Who knew? There's a cool key. Look at that. I don't know. These are really old ones. Here's a really old key on a ring. That'd be cool on one too. Let me glue some of this on and add a few keys. About a baby spoon. I don't have a baby spoon. That's a cool idea, Kathy. I don't have a baby spoon. What else do I have? I do have some silverware, but not a baby spoon. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Your bench looked pretty cool the other day, girl. That looks like an old skeleton key. See? It's okay. I've been on since 9 o'clock. You're not late. I'm tired but good. Oh, I know that feeling, girl. Shoo. Had my granddaughter last night. Wow. She's a hoot. She likes to get up early and make pancakes. Cleaned out. Yep. These came from like my dad's old stuff. My stepmother had them. We cleaned out her stuff. Yep. Some old keys. Who knows where they came from. My dad's old trucks and cars and house and who knows. Let me glue that and get it started. Gallon Ziploc bag full of keys. Oh, you're the one that said that, Sue. I know. It's amazing. Even keys have changed, y'all. Keys don't look like they used to look. And you don't think about that till you see a bag of old keys and you'll be like, they don't make them like this no more. Thank y'all for hanging out. I see some have had to leave and go to bed, but I appreciate you being here. Big fat bottle, some of the tags. I've got some little tiny tags coming. I can't remember if they're wood or paper, craft paper. I'm hoping they're wood, and I'm kind of holding out. My order is supposed to be here in the next day or two. So I'm hoping they're going to be really tiny, tiny wooden tags. Thank you, Nancy. You can do with, no, it's crazy, isn't it? They make, you know what I had saved these 3 for? I have a basket that's like a chicken wire basket, and it just fits 3 in it. And so I was going to just put them in it one day when I couldn't think of nothing I needed to craft, and just pull that out and put them in there with some wildflowers or something. I still can. We just drank 3 more frappes, right? I didn't drink these. I don't. My children do sometimes. So my daughter will drink one and say, "How many more of these do you need, Mom?" That's crazy. But I've learned to save the lids. Save the lids. Even if you don't need them, save them anyway. Throw them away after you use them if you don't need them. But tonight I could have used the lids. Okay, I think this, we about took care of this one. Y'all, my anniversary is today, but we could not do anything for our anniversary right now. But we are going to the Grand Ole Opry next month, October. So that'll be fun. So we're saving it for that. right, I think that's enough of that on there. Look at that thing rattling. Thank you. 43 years, y'all. Happy ones too, I might add. Not every day, not all the time, mostly though. I will do it again. Okay, there you go. That's kind of probably not got all it's going to have. Don't know yet what else to do with that, but that's the way it's going to be for right now. I want it to kind of look cruddy, you know. Okay, I'm just going to play with those two later and see what I can do with those tops. And, oh, you've been single for 43 years. Well, sometimes that's a good thing too. Sometimes that's a good thing too. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to call it a night. And the ones of you who have not been on here long, here's the first ones. I love these a lot. These are big labels. These are called large. And there we go. That's them for now. Is that the only one? Did I have another one? Nope. I had that sweet little candy dish jar thing. I'll watch replay for what I missed. Good, Nancy, you do that. But this is the bottles for with the labels and corks. And then the ones that had the lids, I just used some different things and built them up and made some crazy lids for them. So, good night, Emma. Thanks for the stars. I'm sure you had a hand in that. I couldn't tell. Thank you. Good night, you guys. Emma, I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. I plan to paint a chair and put on a seat. Okay? I'll send y'all a post later or in the morning sometime. Probably in the morning. Okay, good night, you guys.